Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I wasn't actually going to film this here because I feel like this is the only place I ever film my videos. I was actually going to film in my car, but my phone kept slipping off the thing and then people kept coming and I was getting just a bit stressed. So we're back in the filming spot. But I've been into town today. I've had a doctor's appointment. That's what I'm actually going to talk to you about. But I just want to show you my sunglasses. So I bought these from Accessorize? Yeah, Accessorize in Monsoon. Really like them. So usually I'm really fussy with sunglasses and I don't think I have that many pairs. I've probably got like 5 pairs. One is my expensive pair. One I have got a Tom Ford ones and they cost me a bit too much. But I do wear them religiously. But I want a nice sort of cheap pair so that when I'm on a holiday, you know, when you just like want a pair that you really like, but not that you don't care if they break, but that just you're not like, oh my God, are they okay the whole time? So I got these. These were £17 and they look like this, which I really, really like because I like them to cover my eyebrows. And I just feel like they're cute and they've got like a metal rim. I just basically really like them. So just wanted to show you them basically. Because I usually only ever buy sunglasses from either Primark or obviously, like I said, I've got my expensive ones. I don't usually shop like middle of the range sort of ones. So yeah. Right, I need to drink before I actually get into the topic we're discussing today. Oh, I'm really sorry if you can hear me gulp, that's disgusting. How annoying is it that they've got these now? They say I'm attached to recycle together. I recycle my lid and I'd recycle my bottle. I'd just stick it back on and recycle it. I find it so annoying it's attached because you can't even do the bottle up. Right, anyway, today's topic, the reason I wanted to film this is because my doctor's appointment was for a smear test. And I just feel like it's really important to talk about it and to give you my experience and hopefully put some minds at ease. So I am of that age now where you have your first cervical cancer screening. So I think it's different depending where you are, because I spoke to a client at work the other day and she is Scottish, and when I told her about it she was like, I didn't realise you were that young. And I was like, what do you mean? And she said, oh, I think it's different in Scotland. So basically I think there they start them in like maybe 18. But in England, we start cervical cancer screening at the age of 25. I am 24. I'm not 25 until November. But I think it's usually like within 6 months of you turning 25. So either before or after. So I got my letter a few weeks ago. And it's something I've never really been scared for, if that makes sense. Like, obviously it's not like, I mean, my nurse is lovely. So when I walked into the room, she was like, oh, are you excited? And I said, I'm not sure I'd say excited, but you know. Yeah, it's not really an appointment you look forward to, but for me, it's one of those things you've just got to have it done. It's a bit like going to the dentist. You know, it is what it is. I say that, I actually hate going to the dentist. They really scare me. But the doctors, yeah, I'm not worried. It has to be done. Yeah, basically. So I just thought I'd explain what happened because I didn't really know what was going to happen. Like, everyone obviously tells you, oh, it's over really quickly. A lot of people said to me to wear like a skirt or a dress. Personally, wouldn't say you really need to. Don't really matter what you're wearing. Your kit's got to come off at some point. So even if you've got jeans on, it doesn't matter. But yeah, basically everyone told me loads of different things. So when I got to my appointment, I was late. I'm never late to appointments ever because it just makes me feel quite nervous when I'm late, and I know how annoying it is in my industry if people are late. So I was late, so that stressed me out. I was late because I was running a little bit late at home, and then the way I was going to go, a road was closed, and then I went for another way and there was a funeral happening, so obviously it was all a bit slow. And I was just like, it's not my side, but it's okay. I got there. They still managed to see me. I felt incredibly bad because, especially for the NHS, like, oh, it annoys me when people don't turn up to their appointments in the NHS. So I was literally like, oh my God, they're going to be thinking this of me. Anyhow, I was there, I was late, and when she called me in, as I said, she is the loveliest nurse. I see someone called Nurse Julie, and she is just so lovely. And yeah, I walked in and she just asked how I was doing. Did I kind of know what I was there for? And I just said just to check if I've got cervical cancer, because I thought I don't actually really know that much about it. So I hope I've remembered it correctly, but I'm going to explain to you what she said to me. So she said, yes, what we're checking for is we all have something called, I think she called it HBV or something. She said we all have it in our bodies. And then, oh my God, I've completely forgotten. But I think she said we all have it in our bodies and sometimes it can turn cancerous. So we're just checking if you're like, I think it was HBV positive, to check whether or not it turns cancerous, basically. So yeah, they do a swab test and send it off to their testing centre, wherever that is. And she said you'll probably get the results within about 2 weeks. Most people find it's like 7 to 10 days. And it will come to you in the post in a letter saying, like, obviously it's from the NHS, and just asked if I was okay with the fact it said NHS on it. Yeah, I mean, obviously nobody knows what it says inside it. It could be telling you anything, just that you need to update your records. So I'm not bothered. Anyway, I'm quite an open book. It doesn't bother me. So after that, she then just asked me some questions about it, and just, yeah, basically run through what pill I was on. I don't know if they do this with everyone or she was just checking, but she wanted to ask, yeah, what pill I was on, am I getting on okay? All those kind of questions, basically. And then it was time for my actual screening appointment to happen. So she explained what happened to me. I laid on the bed. I just had some loose floaty trousers on, and I actually put a pair of Jack's boxers on because I thought they'd be more comfortable. So I removed those and then covered myself with like a bit of couch roll kind of thing. Yeah, like almost like big tissue. So you cover yourself with that, and then she came back in, raised the bed up to obviously the height that they work at, and she said, I'm just going to actually have a look inside and see if everything looks okay, and then we're going to take a swab kind of thing. So she said you pop your knees up and like your feet to your bum cheek, if that makes sense. So like, oh, I can't really show you, but like your knee up like this, and then I don't know if this is just the way I was laying, but then my right knee out, so kind of like this is your leg, and yeah, one leg was straight on and one leg was out towards her chest, like her shoulder. And then I think she just had a look and checked everything was okay. And then she put in what's called, I believe, she didn't tell me this, but I'm sure this is what everyone else is. It's a plastic, I think it's called a speculum. But I didn't really see her do that. I did feel her insert something. And she said she was just going to tap at it a little bit, which she did. And it was fine. Like, I genuinely wouldn't even say it was discomfort, because a lot of people have said it doesn't hurt, it's just uncomfortable. I personally, it wasn't even uncomfortable. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't like, yeah, I'm loving life kind of thing. But yeah, she tapped away at the thing, and then I think she said, oh, I'm just swabbing now, and I couldn't feel that. And then, yeah, took it out and gave me a couple of minutes to just get myself ready again. Genuinely didn't hurt. It does take about 1 minute, probably, the actual whole, like, popping it in, opening it, doing whatever. But how I thought it was going to be is so I was explaining this to Jack yesterday, what it involves, and it kind of looks like a duck's beak. I thought, sorry, this is going to get a bit TMI, but I thought this whole long duck's beak thing was going to go like right in and then open up. I mean, if it did, I didn't feel it, but I don't think it did. It felt like it was very at the bottom, if that makes sense, like it wasn't very deep inside. That sounds really weird, doesn't it? But anyway, that is, yeah, how it felt. Really not painful, very quick, like people say it is like a minute of her actually doing whatever she's doing. And yeah, basically I just wanted to tell people my experience and let people know what actually happens in it, fresh from memory, because I don't ever want people to be like worried about going for it, because I think a lot of people, and I actually blame older women for this, they always go, oh, you've got your experience test, oh God, and really make you feel like it's a big scary thing. And for some people maybe it is, but for me it wasn't, and it was absolutely fine. I mean, I am quite an open person anyway, like I'm happy to talk about that kind of thing, because for anyone who doesn't know, I am a beauty therapist, so I actually work with that area of the body. I do like bikini waxing and waxing in that region, so I'm used to seeing people like naked below the waist every day, so it doesn't really faze me. And you know, I've always got friends that go to me, oh, I couldn't let you wax me like that, and I'm like it's another leg, it really doesn't mean anything. So I just, yeah, maybe that helped me in that I didn't feel uncomfortable. You know, I would say do what makes you feel comfortable in terms of like preparation. Obviously make sure you're freshly showered so that you feel like you're comfortable. But yeah, it's fine. And I feel like I've seen it all. So I'm quite chilled with it. Nurses have definitely seen it all, let me tell you. So yeah, please don't worry about it basically. If you've got an appointment overdue or you know you need to be booking one, so as I said, in England it will be, well for me it was 24.5 years old onward. I believe you have one about every 3 years, it might be every 5. Didn't actually ask that. I think it's every 3 years. No, I think it's every 5 years. I think breast cancer is every 3 and I think cervical is every 5, unless you've got some sort of, perhaps you've had positive cells in the past or a history of it in your family, and then I think they sort of do something a bit more regularly. But it was absolutely fine. So yeah, please do book in for it if you have one of those appointments approaching. I booked mine so quickly. I've decided, so you could obviously go whenever, but if you want to be at your most comfortable, don't be late. Like me, make sure you're freshly showered, make sure you're wearing something that is comfortable, you don't really want to be uncomfortable. Probably make sure you're not on your period. For me that wasn't an issue, but I guess obviously if you're on your period they probably can't do it, because they need to be able to see, so they'll explain that to you on the phone. But yeah, just go. Also I went in the morning. I guess if you went like after work maybe and you weren't feeling your freshest, you might feel a little bit more conscious. But again, as I said, they really have seen everything. So please don't worry and book it in if you've got the appointment. It is so important. And I think a lot of us, like, you know, I think the statistics are 1 in 2 people in the world will get cancer. So if you can do something to either prevent yourself, it doesn't prevent you getting it, I know, but like if you were to have positive cells, then, you know, to get it sorted quickly, you know, anything that you can do to kind of help yourself is worth doing. And yeah, basically I recommend going for your appointment. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about my experience. If anyone's got any questions about it, I'm happy to share. I'm trying to think if there's anything I've missed out. I don't think so. Obviously it was a clean couch that I got onto. They cover like they pull a thing and cover it so that you can get changed. The door's locked so no one can walk in. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, basically. So I think that it obviously helped me having a lovely nurse who I've met before, but I don't think it would feel too different. It doesn't matter. I had a female. I wasn't really that bothered, to be honest with you. At the end of the day, they're just doing a job, and yeah, I'm just basically so chilled on that. So if anyone's got any questions, feel free to drop them below, or you can message me on my Instagram. I usually will leave my Instagram in the description of this video if you want to ask something that obviously you don't want anyone else to hear or to see. But yes, please book in for your smear test, or boys, if it's your prostate check. I know that doesn't happen till you're like 50, but there might be someone watching it. Just book in. When you get a letter for these kind of things, just book in and have it done. It's free if you're having it on the NHS. You don't have to pay for it. It could save your life, so just do it, basically. But yeah, I hope everyone has a lovely day, and I hope this has helped, you know, either someone feel a bit at ease with booking their appointment, or if anyone wasn't really too sure what happened. The whole appointment's like under 5-10 minutes, like so quick. So yeah, please get booked in, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching, and hit subscribe if you'd like to see more of my videos.